What's up, my friends? I'm Henrik. I like food. Today we're making ramen. Why? Because I have pork leftovers.
Okay, let's go. Step one is to heat up the pork in the microwave for a few seconds because the pork was sitting in the fridge, and even though the soup is going to be really hot, it's not enough to prevent the pork from feeling like a little bit cold when you're eating it. So a little nuke in the microwave will do the trick. Next up is to fill a pot with water because we're going to boil water. And we're just going to put it on the stove and have a nice flame going on to heat things up and get it boiling. Whilst the water is coming to a boil, it's time to open up the packaged ramen, and we're going to take the broth stuff and dump it into the final bowl of choice. And of course, now we can put the noodles into the water that's slowly gaining in temperature, but why not sog the noodles a little early, right? This next step is optional. I like to add a teaspoon of aroma oil, which is basically just olive oil, the one true cooking oil, with some ginger, scallion, and garlic infused into it. Very soon after, the water is going to be boiling and the noodles are starting to soften up. So it's time to add an egg, which is going to make things taste a little bit better than just using the broth alone. By the time I was done washing my hands after cracking the egg, it was time to stir the pot a little bit with the egg mixing in with the noodles. And it's sort of like a egg drop scrambled thing. Tastes really, really good. At this point, it's finally time to add the pork back into the food and have it warm up its final step as it soaks into the soup and the soup soaks into it. Make sure to add the pork drippings. You really don't want to miss that extra little bit of flavor. Final step is to garnish with chives because I don't have scallions on hand all the time, but they're a great substitute. Oh, and don't forget to add an Asian soup spoon.
Hell yeah. So, is this fancy ramen? No, not exactly. But I had some leftover pork loin, and one of my favorite ways to use leftovers is to put it in ramen. So that's what I did. The egg is a nice touch, gives the default soup stock some extra flavor and protein, of course. And yeah, this is an easy ramen to do. Not much effort, literally only 3 or 4 ingredients. The oil we will talk about in another episode because I nearly need to make more of it. Anyway, if you enjoyed this short ramen episode, smash like, subscribe, leave a comment. And until next time, I'm gonna keep on eating.